Anything that happens in the world or any news that comes out, the first thing that feels its impact is the fuel price. But why? Let me break it down for you. To understand this in depth, you first need to understand how fuel prices are determined. Oil prices vary mainly based on supply and demand, which are affected by three main factors: markets, geopolitical events, and the OPEC. Let me explain. 1. Markets. There are two markets that play an important role. One is the spot market, where oil is bought and sold immediately. The physical trade of oil happens on the spot and is sent to refineries in bulk, which influences the other transactions. The other is future markets, where the contract is based on an understanding that the oil will be transferred at a later date. These deals give us a look into the long-term supply and demand and the market's expectations. 2. Geopolitical events. Here's an example to help you understand this. When Russia invaded Ukraine, prices per barrel of crude oil crossed $130 after 13 years because Russia is world's second largest exporter of crude oil in the world, and the possibility of sanctions and supply disruptions led to it. Another example is when crude oil prices fell below $0 in April 2020 due to COVID lockdowns. And 3. OPEC. Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, or OPEC, is an international organization with a group of 13 petroleum producing countries who control almost 71% of the total crude oil reserves. They have the power to influence oil prices by setting production targets for its members, in turn controlling supply and manipulating the prices. These are the reasons why every single piece of news affects the oil price across the world. Tell us in the comments one piece of news that you felt affected the fuel price.